Good morning, my back. Here's the plan. Hacking, sawing, smoothing, wall building, pretty much the same as yesterday. And of course, I will go over your comments again, because they keep coming in and they're terrific. So thank you once more. What could possibly go wrong? Here we go again, on the wall around the corner. The cutting, hacking and digging crew are continuing to cut and dig and hack. There were a couple of suggestions about other possible ways to deal with these stumps. Graham Cebu Philippines talked about, I think it's a saber saw, and KMCO guy 888 mentioned something called a stump grinder, both of which may make this process faster. The reality is there's no sign of any other bits of equipment coming in. This builder is not scared of bringing in mechanical equipment, but in this particular case I think they're just going with what they know. And there is some sign of early morning success with a little bit of the stump in the corner. Kevin Clare was concerned about bananas. Had we harvested the bananas? There you see, Kevin, not yet. Some here, some little ones here, and another great big bunch which you won't be able to make out unless I really zoom in, but we'll try. Over there. Loads and loads of bananas. Still, I think, not quite ready to pick. I'm told, I think you're supposed to pick them when they're still green, but I think there's a bit more growth in size before we do that. Unless, of course, the crew beats us to it and helps themselves, which would be fine if they did. The smoothing crew are smoothing. Still got, what is it, a third-ish, a little bit more maybe, of the pool walls to go. And then they've got to start working on the middle island. They're making progress. There was a comment a few days ago now from John at Philippines Good Life. He was asking about basically the volume of water, the pump and the filtration here. John, still waiting. We'll let you know when we've got that information. For everybody else, go check out Philippines Good Life. John is not doing a house building series at this point. He's got a house. There is development work still going on with it, but basically he's doing a lot of the things that we will be looking to try and, to some extent, replicate in the future. So a lot more of his vlogs are about the day-to-day life of living in the Philippines. And he covers all sorts of different subjects. One of the big ones recently might sound a bit odd, but it is something we're going to consider, and that is he's just building a massive chicken coop. Well, to me it looks massive. And he goes through that process. He's gone through things like getting fibre internet put in, because they're a little bit out in the sticks. All sorts of other vlogs that I think they're fascinating to watch. Go check them out. Philippines Good Life. I'll put a link in the description. Jerry Sweden, who basically sticks something in the comments every day, was asking a couple of questions, one of which was, did we have electrical connected in for fence posts so we can put lighting up around the perimeter? The answer is, and I did reply in the comments, but for everybody else's benefit, no. We will have electrical just for the gate posts. The reason for that is the property is, I think I've said before, it's something like 635 meters of wall. Even if we spaced out lights along that wall every 2 or 3 columns, it would still be hundreds of lights. And both from the point of view of installing that and the cost of running it, it's prohibitive. What we will be doing is to be dividing this property up effectively into zones. This is something that from a security standpoint seems to be recommended. And the zones focus on where, for example, you want to have security cameras, where they should be focused. The truth is, around the perimeter of this property, security is less significant. It is, of course, significant. That's why we've got a 2.5 meter high wall, plus whatever comes on top. But the camera security and the lights will be focused more near to the house or houses. And even within that, there are other zones that we're going to be kind of marking out. Things like, where are there doors? Which is, you have to focus a lot of cameras on those access points. But I will talk about that more when we get to that point. So, yeah, Jerry, as far as I know, 3 lights around the entire perimeter, and they're all right in front of us. Before we go inside, 2 other comments to refer to. One was, again, a few days ago from Graham Cebu, Philippines, was asking about harvesting rainwater from the roof. We have the groundwater here, which, as far as we know, is, to all intents and purposes, relatively unlimited. But we don't know that for certain. And so we are now looking, Graham, at some mechanism for harvesting additional water when it rains. The other comment, we talked a little bit, I think yesterday, about grounding rods, and I specifically said copper grounding rods. Rimo has sent me a comment, or it's in the comments, which I couldn't possibly replicate with me talking about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little caption in to follow this, talking about grounding rods. Rimo, perfect. Thank you very much. I'm sure other people will benefit from what is clearly a strong knowledge that you have. I think it was Jerry Sweden again who was talking about the height of the ceiling here in the kitchen. Jerry, yeah, we're losing height. The builder estimates that now the actual ceiling height will be about 2.7 meters in here to allow for these pipes. Hopefully that'll still give us a sense of high ceilings. We'll see when it's done. Walls, walls, walls. JR now working on the bathroom here in the east facing centre bedroom stroke bathroom. Ronwell has switched to the northeast corner bedroom. Got the laser levelling equipment in here as well, just to check on things. So I'm sure we'll see some pretty good progress today in this room. Now I'm in the northwest corner room. Marvin getting the door frame sorted out between the bedroom and the bathroom. Ably assisted by Jeff delivering whatever is required here. And here Richard is carrying on with the central west facing room, bathroom, walls, as well as the wall that prevents us falling down to the floor below. And one more still to come. I was wrong. 2 more to come. Marvin working on the area between the master bedroom and the master bathroom. Just preparing over there, getting the levels in so that they can continue with whatever they're going to be doing above this short wall. Can't remember how much of that is window. I think at least part of it is. And the other Richard, getting close on this north-facing wall of the master bedroom. 2.5 levels still to go. But right now, just preparing the rebar that they still put in every 3 rows. The engineer this morning told me they currently estimate that all of these walls will be done this week, which, including today, means they've got 4 days to get everything done. Let's see if they can hit that. After that, plastering starts. Here we go, early afternoon. Back at the wall, tree stump, no change. Tree stump, gone. Probably just about enough for them to get past with the beam. And the one in the corner, more exposed roots than there were this morning. Hey, progress. Progress here as well. This is the last part of the smoothing process for the outside wall of the pool. And they've made a start on the inside island. And here, once again, we have a wall of pure green, where it's the Boyson compound, and then immediately getting plastered over with plaster mix that includes the Sahara compound. The dining room is done. That front wall, the east-facing wall, is done. So all that's left in this room is the kind of glass and whatever we decide in the middle wall, this wall into the corridor. After considerable further discussion this morning, we're not changing the layout in the kitchen again. So the kitchen island will go, as we look at it, from back to front, or if you prefer, front to back, not going side to side. Fridge over there, window staying, ovens over here and cabinets everywhere. The only thing left to be done is to raise the height of all the windows and the door back up to the 2.4 meter height that we're using everywhere now, downstairs anyway. The walls for the central west-facing bedroom, very nearly done. There's Richard. Put a like in for Richard. So he's got a little tiny bit to go on this wall. Over here, done. And over here, Marvin has got, five levels left to go just here. Nearly done. This is looking into the bedroom on the northwest corner. All the walls, as far as concrete hollow block are concerned, are done. The only thing remaining here, in terms of the underlying structure, is the tie beam up top. But this room, as far as walls is concerned, is basically done and dusted. Mark Ronwell's staking a claim on a second bedroom, as he's now working on this one. So this is on the northeast corner, with a wall for the bathroom, about a bit less than halfway, say a third of the way. Same as the outside wall on the north side, and a gaping big gap just here where nothing yet, but there is a small balcony just in front of the room here. It's 4:30. The bell has rung. The crew are wending their weary way home. Does anybody wend anymore? What is wend anyway? I'll have to look it up. Right, tree stumps. Still there. Gone a lot. I don't know if they're still going to have to do any more with this one. I think they probably will actually. And again, a lot more of this one right in the corner starting to get exposed. And round the corner a little bit, you can't make it out really from here. They've started digging a trench along the neighbour's wall. So here we go. This is where they have to be very careful. Otherwise that wall will come crashing down as it did a couple of weeks ago, several weeks ago on the other side. The swimming pool, as we saw earlier, the exterior wall, I think, has had its final plaster coat. They have now done roughly a little bit more than a quarter, maybe a third of the central island, the first coat. I can't remember how many the external wall had. I think it was still about 2 more after this one, maybe. But we shall see as they go along. But coming towards the end of plastering the swimming pool walls. Whipping around the bedrooms upstairs, this is starting on the east, the front of the house. This is the one in the centre, and all of those walls, outside walls, are complete, and the bathroom walls are a little bit more than halfway up. The bedroom next to it, in the north side of the house, this wall was all done before, all the front waiting to be done. That part of the exterior wall was done, but more progress here with the bathroom walls. To the back of the house, again still on the north side, so all of the external walls for this bedroom are done. Big doors there going out onto a balcony. This is the wall that I think they had up to height earlier on, now has the tie beam on top, and the bathroom is pretty close to being done. And next to that one, so still at the back of the house facing west, this is the one in the middle. The wall on this side, protecting us from falling down to the floor below, is up to height. The bathroom walls, 2/3 of the way done. This exterior wall was done already, as was, sorry, I'm very close, as was this wall, which on the other side has the master bathroom and walk-in closet. Master bedroom, nothing new here. And this is going from the master bedroom into, initially, the walk-in closet here, which all of those walls are done except the separating wall, and then the bathroom. So just that one wall plus the bathroom walls to go. So there you go, the end of work day 116. I'm being very specific about work day because we are desperately hoping that our day isn't finished. We are expecting a very special delivery, which has absolutely nothing to do with building a house, but it's a delivery we've been waiting 7 months for. If you're here 100% to see the house build, you can knock it on the head now. If you want to see what that delivery is, and providing there's enough light to film it if it happens, stick around. Otherwise, see you tomorrow. Well, this is part of our delivery. Over here is another part, and we'll see if we can find the others. There's number 3. So this is Max and Maya, the dogs.
You're gonna need to have a bath.
Sparkles, the black cat. And in here, sitting nervously, is the last one. She's a bit traumatised, I guess, from the journey. But yeah, 7 months to get these guys delivered from Hong Kong. Finally here. Right, see you tomorrow.